Looking into this news that no one is talking about, Walmart is under heat for an offensive ad they aired out last August 9th when thousands of African and American consumers jammed the giant retailer's corporate phone lines with angry calls all day, all night. 24 hours later, the corporation was forced to set the ad to private mode, and then later on they had to remove it completely from the YouTube channel. Worldwide protesters organized in social networks to fight the broadcasting of an offensive and racist ad released on August 9, 2011. And this is a back-to-school campaign that was organized by Walmart under the title Urgent Care. The video, originally posted on their Walmart YouTube channel, features 3 teenager boys who communicating by smartphone to identify an unknown skin condition, talked about diagnosing a case of a boy who was sick. So therefore they use WebMed, a website that talks about medical issues, as a reference to ask what it was about the symptom, while at the same time browsing a page on leprosy. The boy asked the other one if he was in Congo. And when he responded no, then they went out and say, well, okay, we think it may be contagious, so you may want to call 911. I'm just giving you something that you're going to discover in this 30-second ad that I'm going to air out there for the purpose of the news. So the commercial is only a 30-second long, but it is a brevity of so much misinformation to the viewers. It entrenched negative stereotypes and endorses a cavalier attitude about the conditions of serious struggle in the Congo. So Kambale Musavuli, who was one of the petitioners who actually led this thing for Friends of the Congo, told CBNEXT that we will go all the way to the end until Walmart give us an apology. End of quote. So this ad video is made to you for archival purposes under the Fair Use of the U.S. Copyright Act, and this is a copyright disclaimer that I'm giving before I show you this video, and it's a copyright disclaimer under the section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, which allows for a fair use of this type of video for criticism, comments, or news reporting. So you're gonna see it right now. I want you just to take a few minutes, 30 seconds, and we'll be right back.
Oh yeah, we're rationed.
What? Has he been to the Congo recently? What's going on back there?
Have you been to the Congo recently?
No.
No.
Okay, well, it still might be contagious.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, just to react on the Walmart issue, I have right now from California, Los Angeles, is my friend Said Dibenga. He's got one of the radio that airs out there. It's blogtalkradio.com/Dibenga. So I have him on the line. Hello, are you there, Said?
How are you, my friend?
Good, how you doing?
Can't complain. Thanks for having me on.
All right, thank you. We wanted actually to get the first impression about the Walmart issue. What do you have to say about it?
Oh my God, that was a slap in the face to all the Congolese, advocates, for all the folks that were saying with the Congolese to trivialize what's going on in our country just for the sake of making money. I mean, it was unbelievable that Walmart, AT&T, and WebMD would even think about doing an ad like that. And you know, the marketing agency was with that, so it was a slap in the face to all of us.
Well, we have 2,500 people who actually gathered to protest on Facebook. Do you think this letter sent to Walmart is enough to have them really apologize to the people of Congo?
I think for me, the fact that they redid the ad, whether they already had the ad cut before the controversy, but I think the fact that they pulled the ad, pulled it down so no one could see it, they recut the ad so Congo wasn't mentioned, I think right there shows the power of our advocacy. I think some people would rather have a more public apology, what have you, but for me, to force them to do that, to to spend more money to correct that. I just think it was a good achievement. I think it was a great achievement, and you're the guy behind that whole thing to make it happen.
But thank you for that. But there's more people saying that yes, they did that. They removed the video, but they didn't apologize publicly. Do you agree that they should issue a statement?
I feel they should apologize publicly to all of us. They give it on the website. We apologize for the misunderstanding. It wasn't our intent to offend our particular community. We support, what have you. But, conversely, it gets to a point where we just, the energy we use to demand an apology, we could use, to put towards something else, like, Kagame being in the United States.
All right. Thank you. Now, we have the second issue here is the Mr. Paul Kagame, or President of Rwanda, had a visit in Paris, which we have a lot of protests around that. And then also he got here in the United States at the Carnegie Mellon University. What's your take on that? Did you follow what Mr. Kagame has been doing lately since he got to the United States?
Paul Kagame, we have to give love to Miss Rebecca out there, I think, in Pittsburgh for mobilizing and making everybody aware of what was going on at CMU. I think, again, it just shows the hypocrisy in the Obama administration, and it shows the weakness of the Congolese advocacy that Kagame has no problem coming to the United States after President Obama passed that law saying he was going to bar any human rights violators from coming to the United States. I think it just shows a lot of American universities that don't really care about the issue of Congo as long as they can expand their own agenda, since Kagame or Rwanda is going to be paying $100 million over 10 years to CMU for the branch to be in Rwanda. But they don't have that kind of money. So I just think, again, it's just another slap in the face. It just shows that we as advocates, we as Congolese, have to get our voice more stronger, more organized, more determined, and more focused. It's a reflection of how weak our advocacy is.
Yeah. And Clinton gave his Clinton Award to Mr. Kagame, and he was a former president back when we had a genocide.
That award that President Clinton gave to Kagame,
yes.
It seems like they're bending over backwards to appease this person because they're making so much money through him out of Congo. And President Clinton was there during the genocide in '94. He apologized to the Rwandans, but he sat on 2 wars when it came to Congo, and he hasn't said anything to us. He's never been to the country. I know Secretary Clinton's wife went to Congo to speak on some issues, but the fact that President Clinton still wants to bend over backwards, there's some agenda that he has with Kagame where it's a mutual benefit to both, to both of them, and that Kagame's in charge of the UN Millennium Program that deal with poverty. That's embarrassing. That he's getting an award from President Clinton for how he deals with male and young boys. That's hypocrisy. Again, it's a reflection of us. We need to get more stronger, more determined, and more out there to let people know that this is what's happening. And when you do these things, you're saying we don't matter, even though you're benefiting off our debt.
All right, the call is there. Mr. Said Dibinga from Los Angeles, California, reacting on the visit of Mr. Kagame here in the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, I think there is more to do here. People need to mobilize and really get to work to get to those type of issues and really address them with the politicians in Washington. Hold them accountable. That's all it takes. So if you want to join in with this gentleman, blogtalkradio.com/Dibinga. Thank you so much, Sahid from Los Angeles, and we will see you soon on the next editions of our show when you come on. All right, thank you so much, sir.
You're more than welcome. Thanks for having me on. We're always supporting you, Frank. We're always supporting CBNEXT.
Thank you, sir. And in closing of this edition of the next news review, we will leave you with the news of the day. So we learned a great news from Brazzaville, the Republic of Congo. A Congolese native wants to use Android applications that will be adapted to the realities of Africans and then also related to their needs. Mr. Viron Menku, founder of the first made in Africa version of a tablet, just similar to the iPad, gathered about 100 applications from Android to make just a selection of those that can be used in what he called a VMK box. You can see it in these images right now. The first made in Africa and smaller than the iPad we have in the United States ever designed. He's there to answer to African consumers' need. It took him about 18 months to design it, and it will be released pretty soon in October 18th, 2011. It will be assembled in China